Dear students, I hope all of you are doing good. In the last session, we were discussing regarding the concept of recruitment. So, what is recruitment? Recruitment is nothing but searching for the suitable candidates for an organization. Okay. So, recruitment in the sense ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ selection ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, we are going to search for the suitable or the eligible candidates for the organization. So, in that we have two types of sources of recruitment, that is internal sources of recruitment, the other one is external sources of recruitment. And in the last session I have taken up the concept of internal sources of recruitment. In internal sources of recruitment we have two types, that is transfer and promotion. Okay. So, you are aware of that, transfer ಇದೆ, promotion ಇದೆ. Transfer in the sense within one department or the department or from one branch to other branch. So, there will be no hike in the salary or responsibility with the same ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಥರ. Okay. So, horizontally ಅದು ಹೋಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. Okay. Whereas promotion in the sense the person or the employee will be promoted to the higher post with the hike in the salary as well as responsibility too. So, there will be a vertical level of promotion ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು. Okay. And even we have seen what are the merits and demerits of that internal sources. And in today's session I will take up the external sources of recruitment. External in the sense outside, ಅಂದರೆ not within. Internal ಅಂದರೆ ನೋಡಿ, within the organization we are going to search for the suitable candidates, whereas here in the external source we are going to search for the candidates from outside the organization, not from the within the organization. We are going to search for the candidates outside the organization. Okay, let us begin. So, what are the external sources of requirement? Nearly we have 10 external sources of requirement. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು organization ಅಲ್ಲಿ if you want to search for the candidates, so there are nearly 10 external sources of recruitment, 10 different external sources of requirement. Now, let us discuss all this in detail. Yes, to begin with, first we have direct recruitment. Okay. So, what is this? The first external sources of recruitment is direct recruitment. What is this direct recruitment? See, here a notice will be placed in the notice board of the particular organization, or in front of a notice board will be kept in front of the gate of particular organization. So, what will be there in the notice? In that particular notice they will mention regarding the vacancies, they will mention regarding the job vacancies, and they will even mention the candidates required as well as when and the date when they have to assemble. Okay. So, what happens? So, the notice will be placed there, the passerby or those who see that notice, they will assemble in front of that particular office or that particular organization on that particular date, and the employers or the members of the organization, they will come and immediately they will select the number of candidates required, and immediately they will be placed for the job. And you have to keep it in mind, and it is mainly done for the unskilled or the semi-skilled workers. ಅನ್ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಸೆಮಿ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕರ್ಸ್. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಅಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನೊಂದು ಕೂಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಥವಾ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಟ್ಟದ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಗೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ದ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪುಟ್ ಅಪ್ ದೇರ್. ಸೊ, ಏನು ಪಾಸರ್ ಬೈ ಯಾರೋ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆ ನೋಟಿಸನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕನ್ನಡದ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಬರೆದೇ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ, ಈಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದವರು ಆ ದಿವಸ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಸೆಂಬಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ದ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಏನಿದೆಯೋ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಬೇಕು, 2 3, ಓಕೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ದ candidates, and immediately they will be placed in the organization, and for them the wages will be paid daily basis alli wages annu payment annu ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So, that is regarding direct recruitment. Hope you are getting with this. So, direct recruitment andre mainly it is done for unskilled or semi skilled workers. Hope you are getting with this. So, that is regarding direct recruitment. ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ, ಪಾಸರ್ ಬೈ ಯಾರು ನೋಡಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಅವರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಹತೆ ಅಥವಾ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಅನ್ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸೆಮಿ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಡ್ ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ತುಂಬ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಕೆಲಸದ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಅಸೆಂಬಲ್ ದೇರ್ ಆನ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡೇಟ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಏನು ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅದೇನು ದೊಡ್ಡ ವಿಷಯ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಬೇಕು, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅವೈಲೇಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಏನು staff members of that organization, they will come and select the required candidates. So, that is direct recruitment. Okay. The next one is casual callers. Okay. Casual callers. What is this casual callers? See here, mainly casual callers ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, so in applications we have two types of application, that is solicited applications and unsolicited application. What is the solicited application? See, we can see in the newspapers, wanted job ಇದೆ, ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. In response to that particular advertisement, if you apply for that job, you will write the application, right? So, that is known as solicited application, and in response to that particular advertisement, we are going to write the application, that is solicited. But whereas unsolicited, what is this unsolicited? See, casual callers anta helidre, mainly after completion of their graduation, the candidates, what they will do, ಅಥವಾ the person ಅಥವಾ ಮೆನ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾರು ಅವರ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ, they themselves they will go to the reputed organization and they will give their resume or a CV, curriculum vitae ಏನಿದೆಯೋ, they will give it to that particular organization. They will introduce themselves and they will give this resume to that organization, and they will inform that in case of any vacancy, please let them know, in the sense that ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, they will inform and they will come back. So, the organization, the reputed organization, usually they will have the set of this unsolicited application, that is known as casual callers. Okay. So, they will be having this set of unsolicited application. So, ಯಾವಾಗ ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? See, in some cases what happens, in the middle of the ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಇಯರ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಇಯರ್ನ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಸಮ್ ರೀಸನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಮೇ ಲೀವ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್. ಸೊ immediately for that one particular post, just imagine if they want to give the advertisement, it is a costly process and they have to wait, and it is a lengthy process too. So what they will do, they will be having the set of applications with them. So they will see the applications and they will based on some criteria, they will select some applications and they will directly call them for the interview, and finally the selection will be made. So that is regarding casual callers. Hope you are getting with this. And the casual callers ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ನಾವೇ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಎಜುಕೇಷನಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನಾವೇ ನಮ್ಮ ರೆಸ್ಯೂಮನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಯಾಕೆ, ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಫ್ಯೂಚರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿಯಾದರೂ ವೇಕೆನ್ಸಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಲಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ರೆಫರ್ ದೀಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ is known as, ಅಂದರೆ unsolicited applications ಅನ್ನು ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, and we may get the call from that particular organization. So that is known as casual callers. So through this way also we can search for the candidates. Okay. The next is advertisement. Okay. The third one is advertisement, very commonly known. So advertisement ಅಂದರೆ most popular journals ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್, ಅಥವಾ magazines ಇರ್ಬೋದು, the advertisement will be given regarding the job vacancy. Okay. Usually it is found, and we can find this in the newspapers, ಅಥವಾ journals, we can find as wanted ಅಥವಾ job vacancy, ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ. So the advertisement will be given. So what happens, so whoever ಅಂದರೆ who are in search of job, they will see this advertisement. So if they are in need of jobs, they will apply for that job, for that particular post in that organization. But main thing here is, so here we will get the pool of response, andre when we give advertisement in the newspapers, there will be lots of people who are depending on this, and there will be lots of job aspirants. So all of them will apply for that. So the response for that, or we will receive more number of application in case of advertisement. That is mainly because as we are giving advertisement in most popular journals or newspapers, so the response will be more and we will receive more number of applications here. So that is regarding advertisement. Okay. And the next is employment exchange. Yes. See, each district ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರನ್ ಬೈ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೆಲಸ, ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್, after your completion of particular degree or particular post graduation, you have to register your name. So you have to register your name in the particular organization. So, what happens here, if you register your name there, your name will be registered, and the organization, any organization, mainly this government organization, there is a rule that they have to give notification for this employment exchange office. So, they have to give notice to this employment exchange office. So, what happens here, when they will give the notice to the employment exchange office, so the employment exchange office, they will match. So, already your name, your qualification, everything will be registered. So, they will match the notification with the present the members qualification, and if there is any ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಏನು ನೋಟಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಬ್ ಸೂಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಏನು the letter will be sent and you can face the interview there. Hope you are getting with this employment exchange ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ mainly what happens here is it is run by the government, and after completion of the particular PU or degree or MCom, you have to register there. So, this organization, what they will do, they will send a notification to employment exchange office. So, employment exchange office will be having the details of the members, so they will match. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಆದವರಿಗೆ, ಒಂದು MCom ಆದವರಿಗೆ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ, ಸೊ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ see this and they will send you a message or whatever. So, they will inform you regarding the job vacancies. Okay. So, that is regarding employment exchange. Okay. And the next is placement agencies and management consultants, placement agency. Okay. So, this is ಅಂದರೆ it is run by the private agencies. So, what they will do, so they will have the biodatas. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಟಾಪ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆರ್ ಹೈ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷ್ನಲ್ ಆರ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಈ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಏಜೆನ್ಸಿ, ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಏಜೆನ್ಸಿ. So, they will start with the agency and they will collect the applications of the employees. So, those who are in search of job, they will act as a mediator. So, they will collect the applications from the employees and they will have a list of all that, and the organization, they will not give any advertisement or anything. They will directly, they will come to the agency and they will ask for the they will tell their criteria. So, the requirement of ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್, ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಬೇಕು, ಏನು ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಏಜೆನ್ಸಿ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ or they will select employees and they will give the necessary candidates to that particular organization. So, they act as a mediator here and they will collect the fees for that work. Okay, hope you are getting this. ಅಂದರೆ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಗಿವ್ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಏನು ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವರೊಂದು ಪ್ರೈವೇಟಾಗಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಪ್ರೈವೇಟಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಈ ಥರ ಜಾಬ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಏನಿದೆಯೋ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ BPO, ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಔಟ್ಸೋರ್ಸಿಂಗ್, ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ. ಸೊ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ CV, everything. And in case of any necessary, what happens, the organization, they will consult this placement agency, private agency, and they will get the suitable candidates required for them. And for this service, the private agency, they will collect the fees. Okay, hope you are getting this. Okay, next is campus recruitment. Yes, so for mainly for the technical or the professional suitability of the job, campus recruitment is done. So, here we are going to search for the suitable candidates, and here mainly we will go for the organization will go for various campus or various educational institutions, mainly for this technical or professional post. They will go for the various industries, various industries, they will go for the different campuses. So, there they will conduct various kinds of interviews or different level of test, and finally, they are going to search for the suitable candidates, that is campus recruitment. So, the organization irbodu athwa any organization for that matter, for mainly for the technical or management, this thing they will go for various campus and mainly they will be studying in the final years students agirtare. So there they will go and they will select the employees. So that is regarding campus recruitment. Okay. The next is recommendation of employees. Okay, recommendation of employees. What is this recommendation of employees? See here, already I am working in an organization, I can recommend he may be or she may be my relative, my friend. If there is any job vacancy, I can refer, I can recommend my neighbor or my friend or my relative for that particular post. That is nothing but recommendation of employees. So here, as that person is he is well known for me, so there will be no requirement of doing interview process andre dodda selection process ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, because he is well known for me and I am recommending him for the particular job. Okay, so that he can be selected or he can be taken for that particular job. So that is recommendation of employee. Okay. Next is labor contractors. Labor contractors. What is this labor contractors? See here, labor contractor in the sense, here the contractor with his contacts he will be having many laborers. The contractor he will have more number of laborers within his contract. So if we are in need of any namge for example mainly semi skilled or unskilled workers ಗೆ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಒಂದು ಮನೆ ಕಟ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಗಾರೆ ಕೆಲಸದವರು ಬೇಕು, we will not call to each and everyone, we will call the contractor and the contractor will get the laborers for that particular job. Okay, so ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ, so labor contractors, here the contractors will have more number of contacts of laborers, and if we call the that contractor is, he will give us with us the available, and he will give us with a certain number of workers, whoever the necessary number of workers will be provided by him. But one thing, if the contractors leave the organization, the laborers too, they will leave the organization. So that is also one source of external sources of recruitment. And the next is advertising on television. Most popularly nowadays we can find even in televisions also, we can see at the ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಟಿವಿಯ ಒಂದು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಉದ್ಯೋಗ ಅವಕಾಶ ಅಥವಾ ಜಾಬ್ ವೇಕೆನ್ಸೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್, ದ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ advertising in TV, newspaper, sorry, a journal or newspaper, that is different, whereas advertising on the television, that is also a popular thing now. So we can find the advertisement below this TV or any serials ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಕ್ರೂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫೈನಲಿ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆಬ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷಿಂಗ್. ವೆಬ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷಿಂಗ್, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ in internet or in net also we have different sites like Naukri.com or Jobstreet.com. Okay, so after completion of the graduation or post graduation, we can register ourselves there. Okay, in that particular Naukri.com or ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವೆಬ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್, ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎನಿ ಜಾಬ್ ವೇಕೆನ್ಸೀಸ್, the message will be sent to us, and if you are in need we can attend that interview and we can move further. So that is regarding web publishing. So these are all the 10 external sources of recruitment. The first one is direct recruitment, so wherein the notice will be placed in front of the organization, and the semi skilled or unskilled workers who are in need of job, they can see that and they can assemble there, and if they are being selected they can work for the organization and they are paid on a daily basis. And a casual callers here the through unsolicited applications the employees will be selected. Advertisement, giving advertisement in the newspaper. Next is employment exchange. Employment exchange, it is run by the government. So anyone, they can register their name in the employment exchange office, and the organization they have to give the notification to employment exchange office. And ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, if the notification is given and if it is matches with the employment exchange records, and the message will be sent to them so that they can attend the interview. Next, placement agency, private agency, they will work as a mediator for the recruiting. And campus recruitment, most popularly known, recommendation of employees, recommending in order to recommend, he should be already working in that particular organization. And next is labor contractors. Okay, so the contractor, he'll be having the laborers who are working under him. So if we have the contact of the contractor, we can get the laborers, or we can search for the laborers. And advertising on television, and finally web publishing. So these are all the 10 external sources of recruitment. Hope you are getting with this. And next, if we see what are the merits and demerits of this external sources of recruitment, yes, first let us see what are the merits. Yes, first one, qualified personnel. So if we give advertisement on the newspaper, or if we go for this employment exchange, or if we go for this placement agency, wherever we go, in this mainly external sources of recruitment, we can get the qualified employees. Okay, because when we are giving the advertisement, we will mention the qualification required, everything is clearly mentioned. Even when they apply, they will apply based on that criteria. So no doubt we can easily get the qualified persons. Okay. The next is wider choice. Wider choice. See, as I said, in case of advertisement, if you give advertisement in paper, what happens? So there will be pool of applications will be received. So what happens here? So we will be having more number of choice. Andre tumba yaran beku ನಾವು select ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾದ ಒಂದು choice ಇದೆ, because there will be more number of talented persons. So we have wider number of choice in case of this external recruitment, because in internal sources of recruitment, within the organization itself we have to select. So there will be no wider choice, but if we go for external sources of recruitment, we will be having the wider choice. Yes, the next one is fresh talent. Yes, so always we require the fresh blood into the organization, nothing but because day by day everything is we are working in a competitive era. So what happens? So through this external sources of recruitment, we can have the talent, or fresh talented people can be selected here. And finally, competitive spirit. What is this competitive spirit? See, when the organization will go for external sources of recruitment, what happens? The persons who are already working in the organization, they will feel motivated to work. Because if they won't work, what they have, the organization or the employers, they will be having a chance of recruiting the fresh appointment from outside. So what happens? It motivates the person already working in the organization. Okay, hope you are getting with this. So these are all the merits of this. Yes, external sources of recruitment, that is we can get the qualified persons, wider choices there, fresh talent, as well as competitive spirit. Okay, next, if we see what are the demerits of this, yes, external sources of recruitment. First one, dissatisfaction among existing employees. See, one thing, the competitive spirit will be boosted within the organization. The employees working within the organization, they will feel motivated to work, or else they will be, and the others, the people from the outside will be selected. Here the main drawback is dissatisfaction among the existing employees. See, because when they have the wider choice and when they have the fresh talent, what happens? They will mainly select the people from the outside. So it gives the dissatisfaction among the employees working in the organization. Okay, and the next is, it is a lengthy process. The external sources of recruitment is a lengthy process. In case of direct recruitment, immediately they will go for recruitment, but in case of advertisement or in case of employment exchange, any other, for that matter, they have to give the advertisement and they have to give the time for to receive the application. After that, we have to sort out that application, then we have to call for the interview and various tests will be conducted. Finally, the candidate will be selected. So that is a lengthy process, and finally, as it is lengthy process, it is even costlier too. It is even the costly process, because within the organization we can easily transfer and easily we can promote based on their position or based on their year of experience, everything. But when we select the candidate from outside, we have to see all this process, and as the process is lengthy, it is even costlier too. Hope you are getting with this. So, in this session today I have taken up the external sources of recruitment, that is nearly we have 10 external sources of recruitment, okay, and I have discussed what are the merits and demerits of this external sources of recruitment. So, totally we have seen what are the two sources of requirement, that is internal sources as well as the external sources. In internal sources we have two types, that is transfer and promotion, and in external sources we have 10 external sources of recruitment. Hope you are clear with this. Thank you.